Yo, what is going on, everybody? Your boy Patman here. This is a Rise of Skywalker spoiler talk discussion with my boy Rapscallion that I had on stream the other night. I actually recorded my own impressions video, but I thought this flowed a lot better, especially with differing viewpoints on the subject. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of the movie. Give me some of your thoughts on some of the theories we present in this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know it's not the normal Halo content, but most of us are Star Wars fans here. If you love sci-fi, you love Halo, you probably love Star Wars. So figured I would give my opinions on this. We'll get back to the Halo content later this week. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like button if you do. Subscribe if you guys are new here and want to stay up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out. All right, so nobody said anything. So I'm going to assume we're good.
Okay, so
yeah, let's start from the beginning.
I know you hated it. I liked it. Yeah, so very beginning.
Wrong. I did not hate it, Reps. I thought it was meh. Meh.
I'm gonna go see it again. All right, would you see it again in theaters or no?
No.
I'm gonna go again.
I will see it again on DVD, but no, I will not watch it again in theaters.
I saw Force Awakens like 3 times.
I saw Force Awakens like 3 or 4 times, yeah, at least. Yeah. I saw that way too many times. Twice.
Once.
Saw that twice.
Once in theaters, that was it. Yeah.
Saw it once with my friends, and I took my wife to see it, and
yeah.
like it was so hard to sit through it the second time. Even my wife, who's not that big of a Star Wars fan, she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. My girlfriend loved it.
Did she?
Yeah. Which I don't get it.
Is she a big fan though?
So as far as this trilogy goes, as far as the first 2 movies, we're pretty much on the same wavelength. Like, I loved Force Awakens.
Yeah. Force Awakens is by far the best movie of the 3, and Rise of Skywalker's second. But it's a big gap for me. Like, between Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, it's a big gap for me.
Yeah. Okay, so starting from the very beginning, whenever the Star Wars logo came on the screen.
Yes, the opening crawl.
Oh, I just immediately, just not even the crawl yet, but just the logo, I got so excited. I was like, holy shit, this is like history, you know, like,
yeah,
we're never gonna get this again.
Right, until Disney fucking does it again.
Yeah.
Until Disney like reboots it. Yeah. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a reboot.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, redo everything.
I know there are people who will be upset with that, but
oh yeah, but I'm down. But I think it'll be years and years and years, like at least 10 to 20 years before we see that.
Yeah. So the crawl, Palpatine is back.
Right. It was very short. The crawl. It was very brief. It's like 3 paragraphs. I don't think there's ever been that short of a crawl.
Yeah, I don't remember it verbatim, but pretty much, was it,
Palpatine is back.
Palpatine's back.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren is now the Supreme Leader.
Yes, and Leia's searching for something, I forgot.
Yeah, Kylo Ren is currently kicking ass trying to find the Sith Wayfinder.
Sith Wayfinder, yeah.
It's because he doesn't want anybody to basically be someone in power to threaten his control over the First Order. And that's pretty much it. And then we immediately go down to Kylo Ren just kicking ass.
Yes.
I was like, oh shit, dude. Like, this is... I was hyped, dude. I was like, hell yes. Like, after the Last Jedi being so slow and like boring to me.
Oh yeah, this one's very action-packed.
I loved, like we just said earlier, like Force Awakens. Loved it. I love what JJ did, and I could immediately tell, like, we were back. Like, we were back in the saddle.
Right.
But yeah, it was like super fast. I feel like
it flew. The first hour or so, like, flew. It was just like scene. I was like, fuck.
I wasn't upset with it. I kind of liked it, honestly.
Yeah, no, I didn't. A lot of people complain about that. I didn't find that the pacing to be too much of an issue. It could have been better, yeah, but and things could have been explained better, I think. But overall, here, I'm getting my notes out because I literally brought a notebook to take notes. All right. Oh yeah, Snoke clones. So yeah, there's the first shot at Last Jedi to try to undo what Last Jedi did.
Right.
Don't really feel any certain way about that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what do you do after Last Jedi? Like, where do you go from there?
Right.
Unless you make like Kylo Ren like the main villain, there's not really much else you can do.
Yeah. You know, Palp's been calling the shots. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Whatever.
It's like,
I don't believe JJ when he said that was his plan all along. I don't believe that 1 second to bring Palpatine back. I think obviously Snoke was supposed to be the big bad guy. Rian Johnson shitted on it, and we never got to get that, you know, that satisfaction.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think that's just him spinning, you know, PR spins on it.
Yeah.
But, although I definitely can, I don't know. It's at the same time I'm like slightly disappointed, but on the other hand, it's like whatever. I don't honestly care. Like, I just want to watch a Star Wars movie.
I know.
If Palpatine's back, that's, you know, whatever. I'm in.
I just want to see the actual story we were supposed. Like that was obviously the worst part of this. No roadmap, no game plan, no overarching storyline throughout the 3 movies. Just like, all right, 3 different directors from the get-go. It's gonna be 3 different storylines, and we don't have a plan for it. We're just gonna wing it. Like, okay, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess on paper, that kind of sounds exciting because, you know, they get like the creative freedom to do whatever they want.
You're right.
But yeah, that's definitely
Should have just had one director do all 3, man.
Yeah, honestly, if JJ did all 3, I would be very
Yep.
happy with that.
Yeah, I would love to see. Go ahead.
Like, going into the movie, I was kind of, I don't know, I was just cautiously optimistic. I was just like, look, I'm here to have a good time.
Right.
I had actually watched, we had talked about it. There was a couple people, watched a couple of reviews beforehand that were not giving it really good reviews. So I was like, you know what? I just want to have a good time. I can either sit here this whole time and be like, you know, I wish they did this, or I wish this happened, or I could just be like, you know what? There's nothing I can do. I'm here to enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
And I had a fantastic time doing that.
Well, yeah, I wish I would have had that. Because I was like, I nitpicked so much. I was like, I'd really rather seen this.
Right. The entire time watching Last Jedi, that was my mindset.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, the second that he threw that lightsaber over his shoulder, I was just
Oh my god, I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
What about Palpatine hiding, like, you know, a whole fleet of Star Destroyers? And I didn't really get that part. They were just like...
I mean, it's like, if you think about it, it's like, yeah, this makes literally no sense.
Yeah.
It was... I don't know. It was definitely a Hail Mary, but it looked cool.
Yeah, that was one of my positives of the movie. Very cinematic, beautiful fucking scenes, like a bunch of like shots that could be my wallpaper. The cinematography was top fucking notch. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie to look at.
Yeah.
And JJ did that. Yeah, JJ did a good job with that in episode 7 as well. Like the lightsaber battle in the snow and like the reflection of the sabers, like it was just so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So I give him that. Light speed skipping, and yeah, Poe light speed skipping. I was like, that's another thing. I don't really get how that makes sense. I don't get how they just learned this. I don't get how the TIE fighters are following them or anything. But cool. It's a cool scene.
I just kind of took a note from Halo. It's like, I just thought of the very beginning of the Pillar of Autumn, just doing a blind jump just to get the hell out of there. You know?
Yeah.
So
but not like, continuous jumping. It's just like, what the fuck? I don't know. We've never seen that, but we also never seen like in Last Jedi where they fucking light speed through a freighter or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I know they made a specific point. Was it the second or the third movie in the original trilogy where, hell, not even the first, where he's talking about, yeah, we can't light jump till we have the calculations.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Han says that, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was for... Yeah.
But I figured it was like, not like a physical impossibility. Like, you can do it, but you're very likely to die or go into something. I don't think it's a physical impossibility to do it.
Yeah. What about like zero explanation on Palpatine's return? Like how the fuck he's alive? Like they mentioned very briefly, like oh maybe he was cloned or something, and then that was it. Like one line. That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
This movie really didn't have time to set anything up, but here's one of my biggest gripes that I didn't like. My first major thing I didn't like was Leia training Rey on the Jedi obstacle course that they made, and we had before. I mean, Last Jedi, I guess, showed her using Force powers, but before that, we had zero indication that Leia was a Jedi Master, that she even fought or anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is hard to believe. And then on top of that, like, I hate sounding like sexist, or you know, like if that comes off as sexist, but like Leia beating Luke in a one-on-one battle, lightsaber battle too, in that scene, I was just like, yeah, okay, like.
Oh, she beat him?
Yeah, she beat him.
I didn't actually. You talking about the CG one where?
Yeah, the CG scene where they have the mask on and they're fighting in the forest. Yeah, she beats Luke down, and like Luke like on the ground, and she like makes him forfeit basically.
Okay, so I guess I didn't catch that. I just kind of just.
Oh yeah, look out for it on the second time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of I was just like, okay.
Like you see that, but honestly, like none of the movies, not even the original trilogy, like she doesn't.
Not even a hint that she was like force sensitive at all. Like no, not a force push or anything. I mean, we know she is. I mean, she's.
What was it, like Cloud City, where she could like sense Luke underneath of it? She found him.
Yeah. I mean, that could always be like twin fucking, you know, twin perception. You know, they're twins, and you know how twins have like that connection. Like, but you know, yeah, I'll give you that. But like, no actual force use until Last Jedi.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden, okay, you know, she's got powers. Even JJ didn't set any of that up, so I thought that was weird. I did know that I remember before the movie came out, before you know Carrie Fisher passed away, that she was supposed to have a really big role in Rise of Skywalker. So, you know, if maybe that was the plan all along, I just felt it was super rushed, not set up at all, and that was a big problem for me.
Yeah, it was just kind of a suspension of disbelief thing for me. Like the whole Leia thing, I'm with you. Like I don't buy it, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's a minor gripe, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's whatever.
The Final Order, lol. That's what Palps decides to call his legion, and
yeah.
Kylo the First Order. It's like clever Sheev.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, okay, I see what they did there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some nice callbacks to the original trilogy, prequels, and even the sequel trilogy. Like Rey's like, "I will finish what Luke started." You know, just like Kylo said, you know, to his grandfather, "I will finish what you started." That, yeah. So I thought that was cool. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna start getting into my major gripes here. C-3PO, hilarious. Loved him in this movie.
Yeah. He's probably one of my favorite things of the whole movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the whole like I don't know, it's kind of like a fetch quest in the beginning, I suppose.
There's a lot of fetch quests. Yeah.
But I thought it was honestly kind of cool. Like it felt like we were in like an Indiana Jones style.
Yeah.
Like adventure there.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about that. I didn't have a problem with it. I did have a problem with like how everything was so conveniently like, okay, well, we're in this spot that we're supposed to be in.
Yeah, it was kind of like National Treasure.
Yeah, exactly. Why did Kylo reforge his mask? I never got that. Like there was not much explanation of that.
I think that was a meta play on JJ's part. Because I feel like Ryan was like, yeah, this mask is dumb, and then JJ's like, actually no, this mask is badass. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, and like fuck you.
I'm so glad he did, honestly.
Oh yeah, he definitely went back on a lot of Ryan stuff.
I'm so glad they brought that mask back. That was another thing in Last Jedi that kind of like irked me. I was like, really? That's like the coolest thing about him. You're gonna take that away? Like,
yeah,
why?
but he didn't need the mask. So I mean, I liked him better with the mask on.
Yeah, same.
Like I remember Force Awakens first came out, I literally laughed when he took his mask off. I was just like, dude, look at this doofus.
Right. I just remember because I went and watched it with my girlfriend. We just kind of looked at each other like, why?
Right.
Why did you just do that? You just kind of ruined his whole like mystique.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. Okay, I did like
about to lose, but
Knights of Ren. they played a much bigger role in this, but they were not explained at all.
Yeah,
So that's
that would
another
be
shot
one
at
of my
Last Jedi.
complaints.
Yeah.
I was so like the fact that they didn't do anything with it in either of the movies, not the first two. You know, like Last Jedi, you just kind of you kind of understand it's that they're basically the other students that happened with Kylo. I would have liked to see more of what actually happened at the academy instead of just
Yeah, exactly.
30-second flashbacks. Or
How he became the leader of the Knights of Ren, things like that. Why
Yeah.
they respect him so much. I would have loved to see that kind of dynamic. They didn't speak at all, so okay.
They didn't really do
Anything.
at all. I was
Um,
actually really excited they were getting brought back, and then they didn't do shit with them. I was like, damn, man, really?
what about Force Heal? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I could definitely see it being a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it too. I mean, especially she had the ancient Jedi text, so that explains how Rey learned it. I still don't get how the fuck Kylo learned it just by doing it for the first time
That's
ever.
the whole dyad thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess that connection.
Well, she did heal him, so maybe.
Right, but still, I mean, it's not like she taught
did.
him how to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
He
it's
literally brings her back from the dead. Like, he does the
Right.
ultimate Force heal. Like, she just heals wounds. He fucking brings her back from the afterlife, basically.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in that part, honestly. Like, so whenever Rey and Palpatine are facing off against each other with the Force lightning,
Right.
and she kills him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she falls to the ground and she dies. So I'm like, oh, dude, that's actually really cool. That's very poetic, you know. Like,
Yeah.
it's a balance between the dark side and the light.
Yeah,
They both
yep.
cancel each
She
other
balanced
out.
the Force, yeah. All the Jedi were through her, and all the Sith were through him.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's actually.
All right, yeah. Let's skip to the end here, because yeah, I've had a lot of fucking problems with the end. The way Kylo died, I had a big problem with, because he's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Maybe in all of Star Wars. I love how conflicted he was. I love how he, like, Force Awakens did such a good job of showing how he was teetering between light and dark, and then how darkness just consumed him. He was interesting to me.
Yeah.
And they did him dirty, I feel like, in this arc. My preferable ending, I would have much rather seen this. First of all, not Han. Well, the way Leia died was fucking stupid. Bad. And then she's fucking dead. Are you kidding me?
I don't understand what happened with that. Yeah.
She used all, like, at least force project herself. I mean, even the way Luke died was fucking stupid. But
All right, so talking about like callbacks, where showing how like conflicted Kylo was. All right, so the scene with the bridge in Force Awakens where he kills
Han.
Dude, that was probably one of the best scenes in the entire movie. It was
Oh, yeah.
pretty much like verbatim, shot for shot, did the exact same conversation.
Yep. Put his hand on his cheek and everything.
Yeah, and I loved how he just said, "I know." I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, oh, that's so good.
Now with that though, I would have rather, honestly, I think a much cooler scene would have been, instead of Han coming back. I mean, he's not coming back. He's not like a Force ghost. It's obviously like just a memory or whatever. But
See, okay,
go ahead.
finish your thought, and I'll come back.
All right. I would have much rather seen Anakin come back as a Force ghost and bring his grandson back to the light, like Anakin did before him. Like redeem his grandson and be like, no, dude, this isn't the way. I would have much rather seen Anakin come back as a Force. I think that would have been a lot more impactful. But I'll get into my preferred ending too, because that kind of links up with it. But what were you gonna say?
That's pretty interesting. Okay, so we actually see Han there, right?
Right.
So I've heard people say like, yeah, it's a memory, you know, but is that, I kind of took that as Leia, instead of projecting herself, she was projecting Han.
Very well could be, yeah. Because he didn't have the ghost aura around him like Luke did later in the movie. So he definitely wasn't a Force ghost. I mean, he wasn't Force sensitive, so that would be stupid if that was. But he does say, like, you know, you're just a memory. He's like, yeah, but I'm your memory. But that could very well have been, yeah, Leia projecting him.
Yeah,
But
because
still,
already, like, laying in the bed at that point.
yeah, still fucking. Ugh. I don't like how she died. I don't like how that all went down.
Yeah. Like what happened? I don't understand what happened exactly.
She just reached out to him, distracted him long enough. Basically, got her son killed. Distracted him long enough to fucking get wrecked by Rey. And then yeah, that was it.
Level 2 Rex available.
Yeah,
But
she died, but she didn't disappear until he died.
until later, yeah.
Which I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was linked to him. Maybe she. I don't know.
Like a Kami Piccolo situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very weird. I didn't like that. Like I said, I would have much rather seen Anakin. And the rumors were for the longest that Anakin had a scene as a Force ghost. So I'm wondering if that would be in the deleted scenes, because some people are already theorizing that, yeah,
That's pretty
Anakin's scene was cut.
interesting, actually. I didn't even think of that.
I just think it would be like so much more poetic, like a callback, like Luke saved Vader, and now Anakin comes back to save his grandson from the dark side. Would have been such a poetic, like, fucking thing. I thought that would have been awesome.
Right.
But also the way Palpatine died, I thought was stupid. Like, how many times does he get to fucking die like that, or almost die? Like, it was basically Mace Windu. And I would have much rather seen Rey die, and Kylo survive, and go to Tatooine, and have that woman ask him, who are you? And he's like, Ben fucking Skywalker, or something. He has Skywalker blood. I mean, he's a Solo technically, but I would have much rather seen that than fucking Rey just literally steal the name that she has no right to, and just be like, yeah, I'm a Skywalker.
It would have been cool if they would have done like a flip, like the entire time you think like Rey's the main character, but then you come
Exactly.
to realize, oh shit, it's actually Kylo. Okay.
Kind of like they did with Finn. Like I thought Finn was gonna be the Jedi leading up to Force Awakens. I thought he was gonna be the main guy, and like I was never expecting Rey to be the fucking Force sensitive person. I was, especially especially with when Finn like got the lightsaber and stuff, and he fights Kylo and stuff. I'm like, dude. Maybe Finn's fucking Force sensitive. I always had the theory that Finn was Force sensitive too, but
Yeah, I think he is somewhat. Not as much as the others.
you're right. Just like in the promo art and all that, like he was front and center. Like they never showed Rey with the lightsaber. I'm pretty sure in all the trailers leading up until maybe the final. Yeah, she had her staff, and they showed Finn lighting the lightsaber in the Force. Like, let's fucking get it. So I always thought, like that was gonna be our Jedi, which I always liked Finn as a character. I really don't think the last two movies did him justice at all. This one was much better than Last Jedi, but Last Jedi did him dirty. Rose got done dirty in this too. She was a good character from Last Jedi. That just nothing happened with her in this one.
I don't like Rose at all.
You don't like her at all?
No.
You didn't like her in Last Jedi?
No.
I liked her.
I feel like she kind of ruined it, honestly. Well, there's a lot of things that ruined that movie, but the actions that she does, I just don't get. Like, what the hell was that kiss scene? Like,
yeah, but that's more like the script. I think like her acting, I think she killed it from an acting standpoint. I don't know. The script is kind of cringe, like all Star Wars always is, but
it just doesn't make sense. I
Yeah.
just don't get it. Literally makes no sense. But I mean,
let's.
yes, the actress, she can act, but
Yeah, she's good. She's like an unknown.
I don't like the character though.
Let's talk about force stopping a ship. I had a big problem with this too.
Force stopping?
Yes, where like when the Chewie fucking where she's stopping it midair with the force, like that ship that's trying to drive away. I was like,
Badass.
no, because that's like, what the fuck? How can she do that? Because ever since Rogue One came out, at the end of that scene, the Vader scene, I'm like, dude, why didn't Vader stop that with the Force? Like, he is one of the strongest Force users ever, and he just lets the Death Star plans get away. And then Rey does this shit from mad far away, stops the ship. Later on in the movie, by the way, fucking Kylo could have stopped Rey's ship, but he just lets her get away. I didn't get that. I was like, okay, obviously we could force stop ship now, so what's going on with that?
Right.
So, I don't know. I had a problem. Like, I've always been saying that about the Vader scene. I'm like, why didn't Vader just stop that ship? Like, they should have made the ending a little bit different where how they escape Vader. Like, he literally walks out into space and the ship is right in front of him. He doesn't stop it.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, in that scene, thought it was cool. I was like, oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of think, okay, she's been
Force Unleashed style.
She's been training. She knows how to float rocks. She knows how to float herself. So it's not unbelievable in my mind that she would be able to do that.
Yeah, it just creates inconsistencies for me in other movies, and that's another thing about this movie that they said like usually the team that like works with the directors, like the lore team basically, to like make sure nothing conflicts, did not work on this movie with JJ. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, yeah, that makes sense.
So talking about force powers, what about being able to transfer like physical things to
Items? Yeah, I never liked the whole force bond thing. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Honestly, go ahead.
I mean, that's basically all I got to say about it. Like, it's just weird that they can like literally fight each other and they're not even in the same spot. I'm like, okay, and that they can do that, right? Not even in the same spot, but Luke fucking dies from projecting himself. Like the Jedi Master Luke fucking Skywalker and these fucking plebs that aren't even nearly as powerful can do that. I don't. It's another inconsistency. I'm just like, it just makes Luke's death was just such bullshit. I did not want to see that. I think they did him so wrong.
I kind of think of it as like, all right, this is the new generation. They've got pretty much they're standing on the shoulders of the giants that came before them. Like they pretty much, you know, they have their blood, they have their genes in them, so they kind of already have that leg up. That's kind of where my mind is at.
Yeah, but I mean, Luke had Vader's blood, and he still had to train, and you saw all this training. He was still like sucky. Even in Empire, he was still like getting trained by Yoda, and even in Return of the Jedi, he was getting trained. You know, like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, the blood.
He didn't actually finish his training though.
Yeah, he never did. He like later became a Jedi Master.
Right, and then he ends up beating Darth Vader. It's like,
right.
I mean, the same can kind of be said there, you know.
Yeah.
Well, this guy didn't even finish his training, and he beats Darth Vader. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I could see that.
So,
but I don't know. I just feel like I feel like Rey's been given everything to her in this series, man. Like it's just like
really have any struggles, honestly.
no, none whatsoever. And that is one of my biggest gripes with the movie too. Like I said, I like this better than fucking Last Jedi. However, something I think Last Jedi did so much better than this movie, it at least stuck to its guns, and there was consequences, and you felt those consequences. Like when Luke died, you're like, fuck, Luke's dead. He's not coming back. Fuck, Snoke is dead. Like, what the fuck? Snoke is dead. That is it. We are not getting that character back. And then this movie was just like, okay, well, Chewie's dead. Nope, no, he's not. C-3PO, oh, wiped his memory. Nope, we're good. Kylo's dead. Nope, he's back. Oh, Kylo died again. Is he gonna come back? Is he gonna come? Oh, Rey's dead. Oh no, she's back.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
You know, like just zero consequences. Like it was just like, okay, this is like, I felt that emotion the first time when they're like, you know, Chewie died. I was like, oh no, and then I was like, after that, I was just like, wow, you just took all that emotion. Like when Han died, I felt that. I was like, holy fuck, they finally killed Han. Like, okay, I feel that shit, you know? There was no consequence in this movie, and I will give Last Jedi credit for that. Last Jedi stuck to its guns, even though they were terrible guns. It stuck to them, and I respect it for that.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Can you see that? You can see that?
I see it. You know what?
I see it.
You just did. I see it.
Another thing, like a problem with the whole sequel trilogy for me is the saber battles, man. They were kind of anticlimactic. This one was okay, but it wasn't like, it's not in my top saber battles. I even preferred like the grittiness of Force Awakens saber battle to this one. There was some cool, like, you know, jumps, force jumps and stuff where they did like backflips and stuff, but nothing like the prequel trilogy. The prequel trilogy is kind of excessive, like the flips and stuff, and it was like crazy and over the top, but I kind of liked that, and I kind of wanted something in between, like a balance between like that gritty lightsaber battle from the from the original trilogy to, you know, the flashiness of the prequels.
Yeah, can I say, have you seen the Obi-Wan and
Speed, like sped up? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like just.
Oh, like the original? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah,
It's
recently.
awful.
Yeah. It's god awful. The best saber battle of that trilogy is probably, Vader versus Luke on Return of the Jedi. That one was really good. Have you seen the sped up version of Obi-Wan versus Vader, like the YouTube edited version? Now that is fucking badass. Like that was much more badass. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt disappointed with this one too. The fact we didn't even get one in fucking The Last Jedi was just stupid to me. But after Force Awakens, I was like, all right, I could do this kind of lightsaber battle because I know I'm gonna get a dope one between these two later on in the trilogy, and we never got it. Like you get all right, Kylo's hurt, Rey's literally fighting with a saber for the first time. She shouldn't even be able to fucking swing that thing around, but okay, I'll deal with it. He's hurt. All right, these are two gritty people that are barely trained, that are fighting for their lives. Like this is just survival of the fittest. Now fight. And I was like, all right, I could dig this kind of battle. But I had the impression I was going to get a really over-the-top dope one, like Sidious versus Yoda style, or Obi-Wan versus Grievous, or Obi-Wan versus Anakin. Like, it never happened. And I guess, I would have much rather seen Luke, like, if he survives till the end and fight Palpatine, saber on saber, like a dope-ass Jedi Master versus fucking Sith, like, a leader fucking battle. That would have been dope. Or even Snoke versus Luke. Yeah. Snoke versus Kylo, even, like an actual battle between, and like Luke just shit on Kylo, and then like spare him and have to leave. Like instead of the Force projection, I would have much rather seen that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this trilogy really let me down on the saber battles. And that's a fucking pillar of Star Wars, dude. It's like Halo not having its grenade melee fucking shooting combo. Like that. It's one of the, you take like melee away from Halo, you're like,
Something's not right.
Something's wrong here.
Where's all the guns?
So yeah, that was just disappointing to me. It wasn't a bad saber battle though. It's just the trilogy as a whole just was disappointing from that aspect for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like Force Awakens saber battles. I don't remember this. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, Rey versus Kylo.
Yeah, Rey versus Kylo at the end in the Force was dope.
Yeah.
I think it was dope. A lot of people hated on it and said it was a stupid battle, but
How could she go up against a
Yeah.
green Sith?
Yeah, that too.
Whatever, dude. It looked cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool. Two people fighting for their lives. It was gritty. It was cool.
I was so looking forward. Like I remember after watching Force Awakens, I was like, dude, I cannot wait for the rematch between these two.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like I'm like, all right, we're gonna get this battle. I get it, and that's fine. But later on in this trilogy, I expect to see an all-out battle between two trained people that are just going to fucking show out, dude. Right. And we never got that. I enjoyed Rise of Skywalker, but it wasn't my favorite by far. Yeah, it was mad to me, Destroyer. Welcome to the stream, brother. Merry Christmas Eve to you. Yeah, Raps enjoyed it. He said, but there's still he's got bones to pick with it too.
Yeah, it wasn't a perfect movie.
No.
But yeah, I enjoyed it overall.
Not nearly as bad as what everybody said. Like, it doesn't fucking even touch how bad. Like, people literally, like, Halo Canon, he put it as the worst Star Wars movie ever. He put it under Attack of Clones. I'm like, it's not even close to being that bad, dude.
I was entertained.
Appreciate it, bro.
Time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was entertained for sure.
Which I know some people they want a more like intellectual like. Which I get. I kind of wish it was a little bit more deep myself, but...
Well, yeah, it should have been, but they didn't plan anything. They're like, hey, JJ, fix what Rian Johnson did.
Yeah.
Fans are pissed about this, so give them some fan service. Do it up. I like the second shitting that they take on Last Jedi, where it looks like a Jedi's weapon deserves more respect. Yeah. I was like, yes, Luke, exactly. That was cool.
2 minutes remain.
Let's see.
Yeah, I really like that. Because that was like just that moment. I'm spending 2 years waiting to see what's gonna happen, and he just tosses it over his shoulder like.
Exactly. Like Ryan Johnson was just like, fuck you. I didn't like how, I mean, like Palps was OP, dude. Like OP. Fucking skywide EMP blast. Like he went.
Badass, dude.
I mean, that was badass, but still, it's like super OP. And the how Ray literally kills him so easy, just made it like a head scratcher. Like, okay, we literally are watching this dude force lightning thousands and thousands of fucking ships. Like, he is disgustingly powerful right now. And she literally just, I'm gonna put my lightsabers in an X. And the fucking power of the X compelled fucking Palpatine, and he got shit on.
Yeah, I
know.
don't quite understand what the X did, but whatever
Yeah.
it did, it fucked him up. Big
What about, like, all the Jedi live in me and all the Sith live in him? Like, what is that about? What does that even mean? Since when is that a thing?
I don't know. I guess he's able to talk with all of the Sith, just like she's able to talk with the, the Force ghosts. I don't know,
Yeah,
she's
but
got
the Sith
wisdom
can't,
within
the
her,
Sith can't, like, go to the afterlife. Like, unless it was, like, Darth Plagueis, he was the only one that could cheat death, but, like, that is a light side power. Like, I don't fucking know. Like I said, obviously the lower team was not.
See, I was just like, oh, okay, I guess, alright, that's whatever. Alright, I get what you're going for.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like, I don't know, I don't really know much outside of the movies. I don't read the books, or I haven't read the comics or anything like that. So I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
One thing I didn't care for about it was if you didn't pay close attention by the end of it, you was last, as in why did they die, live, the fuck? What do you mean, Destroyer? Elaborate, because we touched on that a little bit already. But I mean, that's like all I would say Rise of Skywalker is, like I said this in my impression thing, I was like, it is not a bad movie. It's a okay Star Wars movie. Definitely better than The Last Jedi. However, it is not the ending of a 9-film saga that I feel we deserved. I didn't feel like it wrapped up.
See, I would agree with that too.
Yeah, it wasn't a culmination of everything. We still have so many questions that we're never gonna get answered, at least in movie form, and that sucks, dude. Like, this Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi might as well have never happened because the story really didn't progress between the two. Like, and that's kind of really The Last Jedi's fault for doing that, and Rise of Skywalker trying to go back and fix it. Like,
Yep.
if we would have got one more movie from JJ, I would have loved to see that, you know?
Yeah, I actually saw the idea floating around of like actually making the last one like a 2-parter, like how they did like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And all that.
And The Hobbit, and yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. I'll go
I
see
would
it.
have been, and shit, Disney would have been fine with that too. Shit, more money.
Yeah, that's true.
That's for true. One
Star
question
Wars
is,
is-
how the fuck did Leia die? I'm stumped on it. Yeah, me and Raps went over that. We don't get it.
I don't know what happened there.
Dead. Stupid. Fucking stupid. Same thing with Luke's death.
It's like
Stupid.
she died like hours before, but then her body didn't disappear until Kylo disappeared.
Yeah, which was really weird.
I don't
get
What?
that. He disappeared immediately. Luke disappeared immediately. Fucking Obi-Wan disappeared immediately.
Yeah.
And may I say fuck Rey for just giving herself the sky? Yep, we went over that too. Like, I don't agree with that at all. She has no right to that name. Rey just taking the Skywalker name.
Yeah.
She has zero rights to that name at all. That's why I would have rather seen Ben be on that final scene.
Respawn timer increased.
I mean, I get it.
I get it too, but she was close, but she's not a fucking Skywalker, dude. And like, literally, Leia told her, don't be scared of who you are. Like, be like, bitch, I'm a Palpatine. Fucking fear me. I would have liked that better. I would have liked her saying, I'm a fucking Palpatine, or... Actually, I really think they should, if they're gonna stick with the Rey ending and not like my ending with Kylo, just say Rey, just Rey, like she said earlier in the film. Like, I'm just Rey.
I'm just Rey. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, even like... Power! Like she ends up striking down Palpatine anyways, like literally doing what he wants. So what, you know? I don't get, like, he's like, strike me down and become Empress.
That's
Do
true.
it.
I didn't hear. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and she's like, no, I won't do it. I'm a Jedi. And then, you know what? I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, that did not even occur to me until just now. You're totally right. What the hell?
Like a plot hole. I was like, okay, all right, well, yeah, I guess you're gonna kill him anyways. So, I guess she's Empress Palpatine now.
Wow.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do though? You can't let this fucking guy live.
Oh, I was laughing my ass off at Poe at the end when he.
Oh, dude, when he's looking at the chicken, he's like, yo, we gotta fuck or what? Oh, no, okay, all right. I was like, yeah, that's my boy.